Welcome to Scrum Lands. Today we have a very valuable update for you. We have launched 3 services. The first one is Initiation Workshop, that is intended for organizations who are just starting their Agile journey. Now, digitization projects with Agile practices, that is a very efficient way of executing things. So where organizations, they are yet to launch agility into their digitization projects, we have come out with this workshop. We call it as Initiation Workshop, primarily intended for all key senior stakeholders of the organizations, where we can discuss about, or a guided discussion happens around the major challenges they are facing, and we'll explain to them how Agile best practices can help them to address most of these challenges. We have piloted this program very successfully in a bank, which has a very large bank, which has embarked onto their digitization projects, and whereas still it was going on with waterfall. So we introduced the concept of Agile to them by conducting this senior management workshop, 7 hours workshop. At the end of it, the key stakeholders were convinced. At least they got an idea of what they can expect out of it, and they were ready for a pilot. And that is a time when we give them the full team training. Whichever team that is ready to pilot Agile using Scrum, the entire team was trained on Scrum as well as the Agile, the other best practices like user stories, story point estimation, release planning, all those things. All those things are included in the team training. So for organizations who are very new to Agile and the application of it on digitization projects, our recommendation is you start with this initiation workshop for the senior management. Then at the end of it, we will be able to identify 1 or 2 teams for prototyping these things, and then we get into the team training, and we mentor them or guide them in implementing Scrum. And there it has 2 components. The first one is the training, and then we work with the team on the first sprint planning date. Before that, we check for the readiness, because the user stories must be ready, the product owner must be ready with the user stories, they must be very clear about their roles and responsibilities, the team must be trained. So we do a readiness check. After the training, we do a readiness check, or we help them to get ready before starting the first sprint. Then during the first day of the sprint, we guide them. Then I forgot to tell you, so before the first day of the sprint, we sit with them during the sprint planning meeting, and on the first day of the sprint, we are with them on the work volunteering and the daily Scrum meetings. And then we go back to them at the end of the sprint. We participate in the first sprint review meeting and the first sprint retrospective meeting, and we also guide the team on the second sprint planning, because they need to incorporate the velocity calculations and all those things. So this is a good package for organizations who are just who are struggling with their digitization projects by following waterfall. Maybe the digitization projects along with Agile practices, that is the way to go. because anything that has to do something with user experiences, which is UX driven, the results are very unpredictable. Only after releasing you know what you're going to get. So most of the digitization projects falls into that category. So it is better to manage them using Agile. Then we have another program that is on Agile sustainability. This is for organizations who have started their Agile journey, and halfway through, I think they're stuck or they lost their steam. So we help them to really increase or improve the adoption of agility into their programs. Here again, it is not just a training program. We follow the design thinking process. We talk to them and understand the real problems they are facing, and then together we define the problems, we identify the probable solutions. Then we give them a quick run through of the Scrum practices, and it is a guided discussion, and we try to help them to or explain to them how some of the ceremonies in the Agile, if they are well implemented, can address their issues. Because most of these teams, they might be following, they've started with Scrum, and then they started following just the ceremonies, and sometimes they fall back again into waterfall way of working. But my view is, unless empiricism is brought into the whole process, and if that is not guided onto a continuous improvement stuff, then we are only talking about predictability. We will not get predictability without empiricism. We will not know whether we are continuously improving, or even predictability about the roadmap of the releases will not be there if there is no empiricism. So that is where this Agile sustainability programs are very useful. That is for teams who started and they feel that they are stuck or their implementations are not complete. There we suggest Agile sustainability. So 3 programs: initiation workshop, then the team training, and then the Agile sustainability workshops. Please do contact us for further details if you are interested. This is for not for certification. This is for real teams who are really trying to build products using Scrum. Our website is scrumlands.org. You just go to scrumlands.org. This program details are here on top, or below this also there are links to these programs, and there is a contact us page also. So just go to scrumlands.org and go through these things, and if you feel that these things are going to help you, or if you want to talk to me, a virtual meeting, you are most welcome to do that. We'll be glad to talk to you and then explain these things further to you. Scrumlands.org, that is the website. Thank you very much.